countdown begins at Cape Canaveral, Florida, for one of man's greatest adventures.
Kennedy had announced that the Americans would put a man in space within the decade.
This nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
It's just scientific wonder. It was Buck Rogers and Star Trek all rolled into one.
Friendship 7, this is Musée Contact. Do read, over.
Hello, Musée Contact. This is Friendship 7, reading you loud and clear.
And on the occasion when John Glenn was going to girdle the Earth,
Godspeed, John Glenn.
we had Gordon Cooper, the astronaut, at Musée as the command communicator. Now, Brian Treasure said, why don't you ask Cooper if Glenn can see the lights of Perth? I asked Cooper that at the press conference, and he said, yeah, he'll be able to see the lights of Perth, but it's not particularly important.
I can see the outline of the town and a very bright light just to the south of it.
Hey, Roger, that's Perth and Rockingham you're seeing there.
And ultimately, the city decided to, a big deal, switch on every light.
Roger, the lights show up very well, and thank everybody for turning them on, will you?
It really did put WA on the map.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
The world was awaiting this moon flight. Everyone was really glued to their television sets.
And we're getting a picture on the TV.
Perth stopped. The whole town stopped stone dead.
I'm going to step off the limb now.
It just was a stunning, historic event.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That was the event which Perth will never ever forget.
I have to report there is no rule.
Charles Manson is your brother.
People ran screaming into the streets.
When the earthquake struck, it cut off all the communications. We were totally isolated.
And at that moment, I saw the chimneys falling off the house.
Until yesterday, Meckering was almost unknown outside Western Australia. Now, after 40 seconds of natural torment, Meckering is a household word.
It also affected Perth, and there was a great deal of debris falling onto the St George's Terrace, and the whole building here at Channel 7 was shaking. Had it gone another 30 seconds, it may have shaken Perth down. If it happens again, God help us.
Hello, Australia. 18 and 19 years. In they go.
With cyclones on record.
For sheer shock, however, I think the Kennedy assassination topped them all.
Something has happened here. You understand it is British shooting?
That was one of probably the only 2 or 3 times I've ever seen people cry in the street.
President John F. Kennedy died at approximately 1 o'clock.
John F. Kennedy was the Western hero.
He was a remarkable man.
Absolutely captivated the world.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Even now, everybody can remember exactly where they were the day JFK died.
And in those moments, we saw for the first time television's capacity to unite an audience, to deliver history happening. The power of TV was emerging. Suddenly, we could witness events changing lives and connect with personalities, the way TV connected us to the charismatic Kennedys. Few would argue TV helped JFK touch the world.
Because of this medium, Yvette, the world was suddenly a stage, the perfect platform for a local boy, Rolf Harris, who had just returned from England to work on Children's Channel 7, earning the princely sum of £40 a week.
Not bad back then. This is his first recording. The demo is scratchy, it's rough, but a TV treasure.
The song, like the performer, has become part of Aussie folklore. Rolf, at his famous Timey Kangaroo Down sport, recorded right here in the Channel 7 studios nearly 50 years ago.
Timey Kangaroo Down sport, Timey Kangaroo Down, Timey Kangaroo Down sport, Timey Kangaroo Down.
I had written the song in England, and when we got out to Australia, we got the Rhythm Spinners, who were a local singing group, guitars and close harmony, and we all stood around underneath a microphone, a single microphone, and I did the song with the wobble board. And then the bass came. There's an old Australian stockman lying, dying. And he gets himself up on one elbow and he turns to his mates who are gathered round and he says, all together now, tiny kangaroo down, sport, tiny kangaroo. And I stopped on the recording because the three rhythm spinners were singing, tie my kangaroo down, sport, tie my kangaroo down. I stopped and said, what are you doing? They said, oh, well, you've got to have an American accent or you never sell any records unless you've got an American accent. I said, look, it's my bloomin' song. Just sing the way you speak. Don't put on any phony accent.
Watch me wallabies feed, mate. Watch me wallabies feed. They're a dangerous breed, mate. So watch me wallabies feed. All together now.
At the end of the recording, I said to the guys, I mean, I was so green, I didn't know a thing about music, and it was my first ever record, and I said, do you want 10% of the royalties? 10% of the royalties? Or would you like a recording fee? And without exception, the three guys and the bass player said, we'll take a recording fee, thanks very much, because they had so little confidence in the song.
Take me koala back.
The song went to #1 in about 4 weeks, Australia-wide. It was a huge hit.
So take me koala back. All together now, never now.
We've got some fantastic shows lined up.
Oh, yeah, Rolls Royce.
Oh, the winner is Stephanie Quinlan.
In Perth tonight. Music clubs are waiting for you. In Perth tonight. In Perth tonight.
Hey, you look like a walking advertisement for Air India.
I feel like a tent. Hey, where are we anyway?
Studio 1 at TVW.
We used to use a lot of the personalities on the station from time to time as cross-promotion and bring them into the program.
Which means take my rubies and take my pearls, take my girls. I'll keep my girls. From now on, we're working for the next
The people loved it. They loved to see their personalities in another role.
Tonight, Mavis goes national.
Mavis Bramston was coming to town. Well, I don't think the town would ever be the same again.
How was the welcome?
Darlings, it was absolutely fabulous. It was really divine.
We thought there'd be a crowd. We had no idea of just how large that crowd would be. It was absolutely incredible.
Look at them rolling out the red carpet.
The red carpet just
Aren't
for
they
you.
sweet? They're the councillors.
She knocked them dead, and she came on in Perth tonight and did the same thing wherever she went.
Welcome to the Today Show.
As they play Family Feud.
Thank you, good evening, and welcome back.
This is LWA at its best. It's so peaceful. Oh. The fish are very friendly.
The thing about RWA for me was that I wanted, essentially as the storytellers, people who were writers. So I had Max and I had Ross Dunkerton and I had Sue John and I had Paula and I had Mandy Walsh and I had Paul Redman.
Got my guitar, got my rods, let's go to X-Men.
I had these people who were storytellers, whether they had a story to tell or not, and then sent them off into the wilds of Western Australia.
Check out this bloke. It's the biggest rock in the world, known as Mount Augustus.
Welcome to Anything Goes.
Best of your place or mine.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Hello, audience.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the program.
When you were a young girl, did you have a friend? Oh, the only one you ever hold.
Her real strength is she's very much a people person.
You're looking terrific. Hi.
She laughs a lot.
Oh, my God, have a look at that.
She would say things which, there were a lot of tautologies with Jenny.
I'm going home to play with that.
I can see that. You've been playing with it all night, haven't you? I'd hang off a cliff for that.
Would you?
I'd hang off anything for that.
She would mangle the English language.
I'm a singer.
Yeah.
And I'm not an actor. If you've ever seen me act, you'll understand.
I thought you did very well, as JC had me convinced. I nearly flatulated.
Yeah.
Is that... Oh, shit, that's not going to work. What do you do when you do that? What's that called?
Can you flat?
But the good thing was, as a producer, I went, well, I've got half a show here, you know, just because she'd made a complete bollocks of it.
No wonder I'm asked to lead parties.
Jen, wonderful stuff. And your flatulence is okay these days, dear?
All under control, thank you very much.
Good.
Women don't do that sort of thing, by the way. And Keith Geary, I'm after him. He used to give me a hard
Mangled the
time.
English language.
How dare
How
he
dare
say
he?
that? But we had the right of way to do that because we were lucky enough to do live television, and you went with the flow.
Wonderful days and wonderful memories, yeah?
Look, I still laugh and laugh and laugh about so many of the fantastic things that we did. Jimmy Chadwick one time was put into Fat Cat's big red armchair.
I'd like you to be serious for a minute.
I'm trying to be.
Jimmy Chadwick, as you know, is the funniest man who doesn't crack it for a smile. He's so serious.
What went wrong? At a football match.
You're crying, Jenny.
Couldn't speak. I could not speak for the next 5 minutes. I just absolutely ached. I thought, I'm going to lose my job here.
I'm going to get stitched. Next week, we've got financial advice, Peter Gilkinson.
I don't do it all the time. I don't giggle all the time.
My sincere apologies. I have never lost control like this before in my entire life.
No, nor am I. I'm holding up pretty well.
We've got to go. Have a wonderful weekend.
Oh, dear. You're crying again.
Oh,
It's
look,
wonderful.
I spent half my life, I think, on camera with tears running down my face, mascara being smudged everywhere.
Jen, it's been great chatting with you.
Thank
Thanks
you,
so much
Simon.
for coming in.
Thank you.
Now, after the break, the gang who created Channel 7's unforgettable era of kids' television.
I had the job of Chief Musketeer.
Children's Channel 7.
Probably my favourite thing that I did